Hey y'all. Okay, let's make this queso spinach dip that we have been talking about. Y'all ever seen such a pile of cheese? Oh my goodness. This is a spinach dip that you'll like even if you don't like spinach. Alright, so let me get this camera down here so I can show you what we have because I can't hold that up there. I'm afraid it's going to fold on me. You know what I mean. Alright, this right here is the Velveeta queso cheese. This is what it is in case you're not familiar with it. It's just in a big block like the regular Velveeta, but it'll say the queso on there. Okay, I have 8 ounces of that. And then I have 8 ounces of just the regular yellow Velveeta. I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 block. And then I have 8 ounces of pepper jack. Now my pepper jack here, they had these big slices on sale, so I just grabbed it and chopped it up because it's going to melt anyway. So I thought, well, why pay more and buy a block when I can just get this? So that's why it's in a lot of little pieces. So let's get this in here, and I'm going to tell y'all a little bit more about it and different options, okay? So all that's going in. We got 8 ounces of all that cheese. The queso, the Velveeta, cream cheese, pepper jack. That makes it easier to remember, don't it? Alright. So we have that in there. Wipe this off my hand. Just let that start melting. Now let me tell y'all. So, you want to do about 16 ounces of Velveeta, whether you do the yellow or whether you do the white, simply because that's what you want your main cheese to be because of the way it melts. I don't like a stringy cheese. If you use cheddar, it's going to do that, and that's fine. I know a lot of people don't like Velveeta, and I get it. I'm not going to pressure you to use it, but I'm just telling you my preference, okay? So if you don't want to buy both blocks, I get it. It can get expensive. I already had the yellow, so I thought, well, I'll buy the white, and I know that I will use it. I'm thinking I'm going to make some Mexican dishes or something like that, because if you have a queso, you know, you're not going to use it for just anything like you do your regular Velveeta. So I'm thinking maybe some chicken enchiladas or something later on that I can use it for. Now, if you think you're not going to use that for anything else, then I don't recommend you buying it. It's really not worth the money. So you could do all yellow, or you could do all the white if you want to just do 16 ounces of the queso. Either one. And here is another option. I used to buy these for braiding all the time, and so I still had one in the cabinet. This little queso cheese right here, this is really good. The brand is Rico's. I know this is backwards. You can get these at the Dollar General. I can't remember how much they are, but it's much cheaper than buying that big block of queso Velveeta, and especially if you only need some queso for just this recipe and you're not going to use it for nothing else. Just grab you a can of this. It's just it's just cheese. You can put some of your yellow in there and then throw this in. Works just fine, okay? So I just wanted to go over that with y'all. Like I said, I know it can get expensive with the cheeses, so I always like to tell y'all different options that you can do. If you want to do both, 8 and 8, you can. If you want to do just one, do just one. Or you can buy and there may be other queso dips like in a jar or something like that. I never buy them much because I just don't. I have that just because of braiding. But if you have any kind of queso will work. All right. I know I'm rambling, y'all. Okay, let's add our other stuff. So we have a can of Rotel. We have a can of green chilies. You can use hot, medium, or mild. I think they come in all 3, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's not going to do any good. I'll do that in a minute. All right, and then I'm going to do some sour cream. I'm thinking for the sour cream, you're going to want to do anywhere from half a cup to a cup. Remember, not only is this great for flavor, but it really, really helps to thin out that cheese. You know, cheese can be so thick. So let's see here. I'm going to do probably about half of this container, which would be about 1 cup. All right, if you want to do less, if you're not crazy about sour cream, then you could do just half a cup, okay? So about 1 cup of that. I am going to put in some smoked paprika. I love the little bit of smokiness this gives. If you don't have this or want to use this, you could do a little bit of cumin, I don't know how you say it. But you could do a little bit of that. And you see I just sprinkled some in. Now I have some milk here. I have 1 cup. I'm going to start with about half a cup, and then we will kind of see how thick it is and add accordingly, okay? And that is it, except for our spinach, y'all. Like I told you, you cannot get any easier than this. And I wanted to do it on the stove top so that I could get it done and y'all could see the result real quick. But this is definitely a dip that you can throw in the crock pot, pop that lid on it, you know, give it a little bit, then give it a little stir or whatever. You can put it in like a cast iron, throw it in the oven. You can put it in, if it's summertime, you got the grill going, you can put it in a little, one of those little pans, pop it on the grill. It just, there's really nothing, all you got to do is just melt everything together and let all those flavors combine and get together with each other, and that's it. So 8 ounces of all of our cheeses that we did, or 16 of the one, and then a can of Rotel, a can of diced chilies, a little bit of smoked paprika. I did 1 cup of sour cream, half a cup of milk. And so I have my spinach over here. I need to squeeze it out a little bit more. I'm gonna let this kind of melt down and we'll throw that in, and that is our dip, y'all. And I tell you what, it's delicious. Like I said, if you don't like spinach, try this. I think you'll like it. Okay, so I'll show you here. It's got good, and it's not completely melted, but it's getting there. And I went on ahead and added in the rest of that milk. So 1 cup of milk, and now we're going to add, I do that every time. I think this little lip right here holds on to the water, and then whenever I turn it like that, it runs out everywhere. But anyway, I have about 1 cup of frozen spinach here that I have squeezed dry, really, really good and dry. About 1 cup, and if we need more, I've got a little bit more left in that bag. And this too, it's all about really how much you want. If you want to just maybe toss in a half a cup, you can. This dip will be good either way. This is a lot how I make my regular Rotel cheese dip. Of course, you know, I put sausage in it. Now that's probably my favorite dip that I make, and everybody always loves it too. And I've made it on here a few times. Y'all probably seen it. But I do like the Rotel, the Velveeta, sausage. I have to think about it, but it's very good. I don't put spinach in it. But we were talking about spinach dip, so that's why I wanted to make this one. And that spinach will try to kind of stick together, so, you know, mix it a little bit and kind of separate it out. All right, y'all, I'm just going to let this sit here and hang out. Of course, we want that spinach to, you know, cook in there for a little bit and absorb some of that good flavor and let everything get together good. But it's looking good, y'all. Look at it. Does that look good? All right, I'm going to turn this down now that everything's just about melted. And I think this is about the right consistency that we want it to be, because of course, you know, it's going to cool down, and you want it to where you can still dip it after it cools a little bit. And I'm not talking about after it's been in the fridge all day. I'm talking about as you're serving it and somebody puts it on their plate, you know, you want it to still be able to dip it, you know, 10-15 minutes later, because you know how this stuff is. It will thicken up so quick. And I can't stand that, so I like to always make sure it's not too runny whenever it's hot, but not too thick whenever it cools down, okay? All right, y'all, I'm just gonna let this hang out and I'll be back and I'm gonna show you how I like to serve it up. All right, y'all, let's get out some of this dip. And as you can see, I know it's hard for y'all to see over there, but that spinach, you know, thickened it up just a little bit, but it's still good. I'm not gonna add any more milk or anything right now, but you know, just add it as if you need it. If it seems a little thick to you, then add a little bit more. There's really no exact measuring. This is a very versatile, flexible dish, okay? I'm just gonna put me some in this little bowl here and show you like how I like to have it. I'm not gonna fix up a whole big spread with it of how I would do it because I'm just gonna have it myself right now, but I'm gonna show you how I like to garnish it. Oh, I didn't get none on the bowl. That's good. All right, so got that. Let me back y'all up a little bit. Got my chips out here. Well, I put some on this little paper plate here. I'm just using, oh, and these scoops, I had them on sale, and I was so glad because y'all know I don't like paying that price for them. It is just ridiculous. All right, so on my plate here, I have some pico and some avocado that I sliced up. Why is this thing looking so crooked? And so what I like to do is take, and of course I serve this on the side as like a little garnish for whoever wants. I take a little bit of the pico, a little bit of the avocado. I kind of mix it up like this. I put a little bit of pepper on the avocado too, by the way. Just mix it like this. You can squeeze you a little bit of lime over it, of course, to help keep it fresh. But I mix it up, and then I just put it right on the top, just like that. Now, if you don't like one or the other, you can do just one, or you can just leave this out. But it's a really nice touch to this dip. Y'all trust me. You'll see what I mean if you do it. Okay? Let's do another little piece right there. Make it nice and pretty. Okay. Now that's that. That's how I like to have it. I'll wipe this up here. How does that look, y'all? This is this is gonna be my meal. No, I'm gonna try to eat something else, maybe some sort of protein. But won't that look good? All right. It just whenever you I hadn't had it in so long. Oh, wait a minute, let me get a bite and I'll tell you. Y'all, I know I look rough. Me and Belle, we've been out strolling. It was so nice here today, and it was probably nice where you are too. And so I come in, and I thought I'm gonna go ahead and get that going before I get my shower and everything. I've got a hair appointment tomorrow, thank goodness, because this hair is a wreck. It needs some attention. This stuff is dangerous, especially you put that stuff on top. I'm telling you, it just, I don't know, it's like a little surprise whenever you're eating it and you have like that crunch, you know, the tomato and the onion and avocado. I don't know. Y'all try it. If you like this kind of stuff, try it. Y'all will love it. Like I said, it's dangerous. So listen, if somebody invites you to a Super Bowl party or any kind of game day, first thing say, okay, I'll bring queso dip, because y'all, you can't take anything any easier. This is so easy. You put it in your crock pot, and there you have it. And it's so good. It don't take no work at all. You grab you a little container of the pico, or you can make your own if you want to. Grab you some avocado, dice it up, fix it up on the side, kind of tell people, say, hey, you know, garnish it with that. It'll be really good. And everybody's going to love it. All right. I want y'all to try this. I want y'all to let me know if you do, and let me know if you top it off like this. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, if y'all notice, I got some stuff over here. I've got something else I need to make. Yes, and I thought of this after I turned the camera off earlier. I'm glad I thought of this before I got off here. Also, that queso cheese, y'all, you can also buy the Velveeta slices and the Velveeta shreds. I forgot all about that. So, if you want to, just buy you a block of the yellow. I'd say go ahead and put you in about, I don't know, 12 ounces or so of the yellow, and then just pour you a bag of that shredded queso in it. That's the perfect thing. It's a lot cheaper, and it'll work out great. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.